Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a reading on something special that you don't know about yourself. I have four pals, pal 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to start right now with pal 1. What I'm picking up for you, pal 1, is that you have a really good ability to know when to move away from conflict and even how to sense conflict. You may know before going to a certain place or when you're first meeting someone whether or not they're going to be a good fit for you. So, some of you may be very naturally intuitive or just in touch with your emotions or the emotions of others. Some of you have a really good skill set at being very perceptive and just knowing what's underneath the surface and not allowing people to manipulate you or play you. Some of you know how to read in between the lines and not always take what people say at face value. You know how to really pay attention just very easily. It can come to you messages and intuitive downloads when it comes to people's vocal inflections and what people are really trying to say, even if they're not saying it. So a lot of you can be very intuitive. A few of you can be very psychic, if you believe in that, and just really in tune with yourself and your environment. It's very good to know how to sense conflict or danger and how to really mediate conflict. And so others of you may also be very good at being a mediator or a negotiator and knowing how to um, serve as a third party when people are in conflict with each other. This could be in your personal life, it could be something that you do professionally, or it could be something that you do informally at your office. You may be called in to help people kind of solve problems or help people gain advice on workplace conflict. You may be a confidant for someone who's going through something at work. You're just really good at knowing how to see a situation for what it is and how to handle conflict, whether it's your own conflict or the conflict of others. And so, some of you, if you're not in a career or you're not using those skill sets for other people, if you're interested in that, that will be a good thing for you. But more importantly, it's a really good way to defend yourself and to protect yourself, whether it's at home or in your work life or even in your romantic or personal life. Knowing how to sense danger, knowing how to sense conflict, and knowing other people's underlying motives and what they're trying to communicate to you and what their intentions are. So that's what I'm picking up for you, pal number 1. Those are really good skills to have. Thank you for watching. Bye. Pal number 2. What I'm picking up for you, pal number 2, is that a lot of you are really good at being a leader and knowing how to communicate. You may not have a formal leadership position in your family or in your work life, but if you're interested in pursuing some type of leadership role, just know that you would do great in a situation or a position like that because you know how to communicate to a group of people, whether it's a large group or a small group, and really gain their trust. It's something about your voice, it's something about your commanding nature. Some of you may have a larger, build or just body frame, and some of you may have a very stern and large voice that kind of commands respect or trust from people. So even if you're not the biggest person or the tallest person, you may have the natural ability to persuade people and even manipulate people, which is not always a bad thing. It's a nice skill set to have, especially in your personal life or in your work life when you use those skills ethically. So that's the only caveat for this skill set, is knowing how to use your leadership in a way that not only serves you but other people. And when you use these really good communication skills openly and honestly with other people. A lot of you may be good at writing as well, whether it's emails or even creative writing, but especially like formal writing, um, some type of corporate communications. Some of you may be good at writing, personal formal communications like, you know, things that you would have to send in as a legal complaint, or if you're negotiating with a potential landlord. Some of you are really good at just writing down your thoughts in a very concise manner. Your family or friends may appreciate this ability that you have. But what I'm hearing is that a lot of you may be good at writing complaints. Or writing some type of formal communications on behalf of yourself or other people. I don't know, for a small amount of you, I just heard an attorney. Some of you may be good at the legal field. You may be interested in pursuing a job in the legal field, or you already are in that particular industry. Either way, a lot of you who chose this PAL are really good at being a leader and at communicating your thoughts in a very concise manner and are very persuasive. So that's what I'm picking up for you, PAL number 2. Thank you so much and have a good day. PAL number 3. PAL number 3, what I'm picking up for you is that a, a lot of you in this particular PAL really are good at using your heart and your compassionate and empathetic skills when communicating with people and in your everyday life. What I'm picking up is that for some of you, you have been either shamed by other people or you personally shame yourself for having such a big heart, for being so open to people. Others of you have been described as being feminine or a softie or just too passive. Some of you probably have been told that you allow people to walk all over you. I'm picking up a lot for this particular PAL. Whatever your particular situation is, I'm hearing that you need to know that having a big heart, being compassionate, being empathetic, and just feeling a lot. Some of you are very hypersensitive. Knowing how to embrace these gifts without being overwhelmed by them and without allowing people to take advantage of you. Some of you could benefit from being a little more assertive, but to know that your heart is your special gift. It is your superpower. Your ability to feel other people's pain and to be empathetic and sympathetic towards other people are very special and unique to you. And especially in this world and in today's social climate, just know that having these skills are very important and to practice them not only with others but also with yourself. Knowing how to practice being kind to yourself and how you speak to yourself, and also learning how to embrace your sensitivity and just your loving, kindly nature. I'm picking up for a small amount of you. You may be at a crossroads where you don't know how to make a decision. And what I'm picking up is that when it comes to big decisions in your life, whether it pertains to your work life or your home life or your romantic life, to just trust how you feel, to go with your heart and to know that your heart has your best interest, and to trust that you will make the right decision for yourself. A small amount of you I'm picking up maybe having to choose between staying home, being a housewife, or making a decision as it pertains to your career, such as leaving a very like high power career or job or something more formal or respected by society or your family for something that you may really love instead to do that may not have that type of status or respect from others. And if you fall into this category, category, I'm picking up that you should just really trust yourself and do what you need to do for you and to put your needs first. And some of you probably feel a little shame for not being so career driven or so focused on making a lot of money or following the rules of society and what your life has to look like, and you are trying to carve out and figure out this more independent and unique way to live your life. You need to follow your own path. And so regardless of your particular situation, knowing how to trust yourself and follow your heart will lead you to the right decisions. Pile number 3. So that's what I'm picking up for you, and thank you so much for watching. Bye. Pile number 4. Ooh. Immediately, what I picked up for some of you is that your beauty is something that really stands out. Okay, and it could be something that's very external, or you may have just a really good personality that really stands out. But what I'm picking up for you in pile number 4 is that you have a really great gift at knowing how to be very creative in your decision making and how you present yourself externally, or just who you are. Your essence kind of is so unique that it just commands people's attention. You just stand out. A lot of these people could walk into a room and really gain people's attention. Very magnetic, very alluring, some of you. And some of you may not feel the way about yourself, but others may have that type of experience when they first meet you or come across you. A lot of you are really good as well at making decisions. A large part of your creativity may not be so external for others of you, but that creativity is in your ability to make really good decisions and not really allowing people to box you in, whether it's with how you live your life or just how you approach situations. Some of you don't look at life as a binary or feeling like you have to choose between only two options. A lot of you are really creative at thinking outside the box and thinking of so many different possibilities. And this is a wonderful skill set because um, too far often we all feel like we have to make one choice or the other. And you're really good at critical thinking skills and being creative and knowing how to really present a lot of different options at once, or being able to see a lot of different options where most people only see two. So you're very resourceful, pal number 4, if you chose this pal, and you're just very creative. And some of you who don't feel creative, you are being challenged with just understanding that creativity doesn't have to be so overt. It doesn't have to come across in your fashion choices or in your work life. You don't have to practice art to be creative. That creativity is a way of living and a way of being. And for a lot of you, your creativity is in how you not only present yourself, but how you make decisions, how you think of possibilities. Some people may call you idealistic or a dreamer, but some of you are really good at, you know, making decisions in a very diverse and creative way. And this could be good in so many different careers and also in your personal life. So that's what I'm picking up for you, pal number 4. Thank you so much for watching, and please take care. Bye.